Quality Structures Incorporated, Advent Health Ottawa, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Ottawa University, and by Kramer Pharmacy, Kansas State Bank, Cosentino's Price Chopper. This Lady Brave softball broadcast is also brought to you by the Ottawa Recreation Commission, Adamson Brothers, Dingle & Son Mortuary, CarStar, C.S. Cunningham Construction, and by the Ottawa Herald and the City of Ottawa. Now for OU Lady Brave softball, let's join KOFO's Casey Weeder.
Welcome back, as 3 is the magic number for Ottawa University softball, as they will play their third game of the day against the Avila University Eagles. Ottawa won at 2:30 today against Kansas Wesleyan. Then just about 20 minutes ago, able to score 2 runs in the top of the 7th to win it 5-4 over McPherson College, the co-conference champions from the regular season. And now they'll take on the conference champions as well, the other co-conference champ, as Avila University defeated Ottawa yesterday in a walk-off in the 8th inning by a score of 7-6. Today, Ottawa gets to be the home team, so maybe we could see a role reversal. You never know, as this team has done it for the second time in 2 years. Last year in the conference tournament, Ottawa was able to win all 3 games. We'll see if they can get it done against an Avila Eagle squad that sits with a record of 28-15. Ottawa 27-19. We'll give you the starting lineups for Avila. Batting first, the right fielder Kelsey Davis. Batting second, the shortstop Mackenzie Musgrove. Batting third, the third baseman Mia Moreno. Batting fourth, the first baseman Sierra McGee. Batting fifth, the designated player Michaela Aiken. Batting sixth, the catcher Sydney Gearhart. Batting seventh, the left fielder Kayla Robeson. Batting eighth, the pitcher Madison McKinney. And batting ninth, Emerson Yakel. So McKinney will be on the mound for Avila. Ottawa did not see her yesterday as Beheimer pitched until the injury, and then coming on for her was Aiken. Doesn't mean Aiken won't come in the game, but haven't had a chance to see her in this tournament. Avila coming off a loss to Friends University, who awaits the winner of this one. Batting for Ottawa in the leadoff position again will be the left fielder Corey Lacey. Batting second, the center fielder Sammy Bates. Batting third, the shortstop Allison Carney. Batting fourth, the catcher Elena Cott-Lori. Batting fifth, the second baseman Alexa Romero. Batting sixth, the first baseman Lindsay Loomis. Batting seventh, the designated player Shayla Cahill. Batting eighth, the third baseman Sierra Retlick. And batting ninth, the right fielder Tommy Lynn Hickman. Kylie Saunders on the mound. She got the win in Game 1 of today against Kansas Wesleyan, hoping to pick up her second victory of the day. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have first pitch. You're listening to Lady Brave Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
What it means to be an OU Brave is to be yourself. What I've learned here is I've created memories with friends, and I was actually really comfortable being in my own skin here. Everybody has their own personality, and we're all unique here, just trying to live significant lives. And I think I'm going to leave here with an imprint that will last forever and that I can hold on to and look back at and laugh at and see that I not only learned something, but I created friendships and memories that will always stick with me. That's what it means to be brave, to be yourself.
Be a brave. Visit ottawa.edu. KOFO and State Farm agent Ryan Disbro are at it again, sending you to the K to see the Kansas City Royals this season. To win tickets, register at Ryan's State Farm office at 504 Redbud Avenue in Garnett, and you could be there to see the Royals host the Phillies on May 11th. We'll announce the winner on May 9th during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
Yarborough works from the stretch, and the lefty deals, and he butts it to the right side. Pitcher has it. His only play will be to first, but nobody's home, and everybody's safe, and the Royals lead is 3-1.
Register now to see the Kansas City Royals from State Farm agent Ryan Disbro and KOFO.
Welcome back as the starters for Ottawa are being announced. These two teams met yesterday as Avila got the win by a score of 7-6 in 8 innings, and they are looking to rebound from that loss to the Eagles as Ottawa is the home team. Lady Braves taking the field now as we will look at the numbers for the starting pitcher for the Lady Braves, Kylie Saunders. Saunders comes in with an ERA of 6.75, 3-2 record. 8 games played, as this will be her 9th appearance. 5 complete games and 2 shutouts. She's gone 28 innings, given up 54 hits, 31 runs, 27 earned runs. As Kylie Saunders, a true freshman. And from Chandler, Arizona, the right-hander, 5'4", will take the pitcher's plate with Elena Cott-Lori behind her. We'll take a quick 30-second break. When we come back, we will get things started here in Game 3 of the day for Ottawa University. You've been listening to Ottawa University's Lady Brave Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
This is Eric Price, Funeral Director at Lamb Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. Our staff knows the importance of working as a team to take care of you in your time of need. We want to show the youth in our communities that we support their teamwork as well by sponsoring this broadcast. I invite you to visit lamb-roberts.com.
Need a recap of the ball game? Subscribe today and never miss a score by reading the Ottawa Herald sports page or visit online at ottawaherald.com. A 3-month subscription is only $24 plus tax, and that includes internet access. Call the Ottawa Herald at 242-4700, option 2.
Welcome back. As Ottawa is taking the field, Kylie Saunders getting her warm-up pitches in with senior catcher Elena Codd-Laurie. As Avila gets ready to hit here as the away team, it'll be Davis, Musgrove, and Moreno. Avila started the game yesterday with 3 runs in the first inning. Ottawa responded with 2 of their own, and then Ottawa actually scored 3 of their own in the third inning. Responded with 2, go up 5-3. Avila scored 2 in the 6th to get it to 5-5, and then scored 1 in the 7th to go up 6-5. Ottawa was able to rebound, score 1 of their own, and then Avila wins it in extras in 8 innings as Ottawa gets set to take on the Avila Eagles. Avila has won 2 games this season against Ottawa. Split in Ottawa in the regular season, then won the game here in the conference tournament in the winner's bracket yesterday. As Kylie Saunders ready to go as she faces Kelsey Davis. First pitch from Saunders, just at the belt, maybe a little high, and count to 1-0. Davis, .350 average, 7 home runs, 25 RBIs. Both teams wearing black jerseys. The only difference is the purple pants for Avila. And Davis takes one off the back from Saunders to start things off. So she will take her base. So a rough start for Saunders as she hits her first batter. And a runner at first here with no outs in the top of the first inning between Ottawa and Avila. Avila fell to Prince 3-1 at the first game of the day. That was at noon as Prince awaits the winner of this one. First pitch is bunted in the box by Musgrove, and it's considered a foul ball. Did not get into fair territory at any point. Counted 0-1. Musgrove, .371 average, 1 home run, 15 RBIs. Runner at first for Avila as the leadoff hitter was hit by a pitch. Showing bunt again, fastball high. Davis chased back to first by Codd-Laurie, and the count at 1-1. Saunders threw just under 100 pitches in Game 1 against Kansas Wesleyan. Have to think that Jordan Sage would be the next go-to. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball that just misses, and the count to 2-1. Two balls and a strike to Musgrove. Showing bunt from the right side. Davis at first. And she will drop the bunt as it is going to go foul. And ended just off the third base bag. So 2 strikes here on Musgrove in the top of the first inning. No score between Ottawa and Avila. Ottawa, the home team. They were the visiting team yesterday as Avila was the higher seed. Coach Kent now 2 for 3 on the day on coin flips. Ottawa home team against Kansas Wesleyan and the away team against McPherson. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Musgrove. Pitch from Saunders. Just misses. The count goes full. Speedy Davis standing on first base. For getting hit by a pitch. She has swiped 25 bases on the season. 3-2 pitch from Saunders. Popped out of play. And there is rain expected later in the evening with AM showers to continue. So we'll continue to check the weather app as we go on as the clouds are increasing in darkness here. 3-2 pitch, fastball hit down the line fair. Rettley not going to be able to field it cleanly, and Musgrove is going to have an infield single. The runners at first and second and no outs for Mia Moreno. As Rettley able to stop it, but it kind of kicked off the palm of her glove. Runners at first and second. Ottawa with 3 errors in the game against McPherson. And Moreno comes to the plate, first team all-conference selection for the Eagles. And actually, excuse me, the conference player of the year, announced yesterday. First pitch to Moreno, and she will pop the bunt up, and making the grab. Ottawa could go for a triple play here. No, they're going to say that she had trapped it in her glove, so Ottawa gets the first out, and the runners move to second and third. Sacrifice bunt by Moreno. That brings up Sierra McGee, the first baseman. Runners at second and third for Avila and 1 out. McGee with a 3-run homer yesterday in the first inning. Saunders ready to deliver, does, with a fastball inside for ball 1. One ball and no strikes to McGee. 6 home runs, 30 RBIs on the year. 1-0 pitch, foul back into the netting, and the count at 1-1. One ball and 1 strike to McGee. Runners at second and third for Avila. No 1 out in the inning. Temperature says 65 degrees. 1-1 pitch. McGee pops up. Ratley trying to make a play for it, but it'll hit the netting, and the count to 1-2. Wind will be coming out of the south to southeast at 10 miles an hour. Flags to the left of us. Flapping in the wind just a little bit. Rain is expected here later this evening around the 10 o'clock hour. 1-2 pitch to McGee. Hit down the line and foul. Good contact there. As McGee, the sophomore from Lee Summit, Missouri. Runners at second, third for Avila, 1 out. 1-2 count to McGee. In there for strike 3, looking. And 2 down in the inning. Saunders gets her first strikeout of the day. Brings up Michaela Aiken, who had a 2-run homer yesterday. 5 of the 6 runs that Avila scored were home runs. 3-run shot and a 2-run shot. First pitch to Aiken in the dirt. It's Kyle Laurie able to smother it. Count at 1-0. Aiken's designated player got the win yesterday for Avila as she came in for the injured Kaylee Beheimer, who got hurt in the 5th inning. 1 ball and no strikes. Popped up, foul, and out of play, and the count goes even. Aiken, 1 home run, 5 RBIs, 333 average. One pitch, rise ball high, and the count to 2-1. Davis stands on third, Musgrove at second. 2-1 count. Pitch from Saunders. Breaking ball that's going to be hit down the line and fair. That's going to score 2 runs as Aiken drives in 2 for the Eagles, and they take a 2-0 lead. Diving play by Loomis just comes up short, and Ottawa's down 2-0. That'll bring up the catcher, Sydney Gearhart. Avila strikes first here in the top of the first inning. Sixth batter comes to the plate in the inning, facing Saunders. Did charge Ottawa with an error, which was originally thought to be an infield single for Davis. Turns into an error. That's going to be charged to Retley. So only one of those runs will be charged as earned to Saunders. And she starts off Gearhart with a strike. Gearhart had a tough collision yesterday in that matchup with Ottawa with Corey Lacey. The fastball low and outside, and the count goes to 1-1. 1 out, top of the first. Avila leading 2-0 over Ottawa. Winner of this one heads to the KCAC Tournament Championship Series, where they will have to beat Friends twice to take the crown. 1-1 pitch from Saunders. Rise ball high, and the count's 2-1. Just above the belt. 2 balls and 1 strike. One count here to Gearhart. 250 average, 2 home runs, 14 RBIs, 2-1 pitch, popped up in the infield. Carney going back, has a beat on it, makes the grab for the final out, but Avila scores 2 in the top of the first, and they lead 2-0 over Ottawa. As we head to the bottom half of the inning here, listen to Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
This is Craig Dingle of Dingle & Son Mortuary. All of our locations sell monuments. We have talented people who are experts in bringing your ideas to life to help you create the monument you envision. The possibilities are unlimited.
Dingle & Son Mortuary, 785-242-2323. Kramer Pharmacy, your local hometown pharmacy, makes it easy for you to pick up or drop off your prescription during the Legacy Square construction. Park at their designated stalls or near 134 South Main and call 242-0240. They'll bring your prescription right out or pick up your written script.
KOFO is your home for Kansas City Royals baseball in East Central Kansas. Whether it's at the K or away, you can hear all the action in 2019 on 103.7 FM and 1220. Brought to you by our title sponsor, State Farm Insurance Agent Ryan Dispro in Garnett, and our mini game sponsors who make the broadcast possible. We encourage you to visit these fine merchants who know what it means to be always royal. Your sports source and home of the Kansas City Royals in East Central Kansas is KOFO.
Welcome back as Ottawa comes to the plate, down by 2 after the top of the first inning. As a 2 RBI single by Michaela Aiken gives the Eagles the lead, and now she'll take the mound. Aiken on the season, 3.60 ERA, 3-4 record. 19th appearance for her, 46 innings pitched, the batting average of .275 against her. Corey Lacey will lead it off for Ottawa. Aiken is ready to go here after 1 more pitch to Gearhart. I'll make that 2 more pitches. Lacey, .293 average, no home runs, 18 RBIs. That's 3 RBIs in the tournament. Lacey's ready to go. Ottawa looking to respond to the 2 runs scored by Avila in the top of the first inning. Corey's the leadoff hitter for this team the last 2 years. Will come to the plate on base percentage at .345. And against the last game against McPherson, 2 for 5 with a run scored. She gets ready to face Aiken, who pitched 3 innings yesterday against Ottawa. First pitch fastball for a strike at the knees. Count to 0-1. Infield playing in here for the Eagles, especially Moreno at third base. No balls and a strike. Fastball misses outside, count to 1-1. 1 ball and a strike to Corey Lacey. Aiken taking a long time. This was an issue yesterday. A lot of time wasting. 2-1 pitch that Lacey swings through for strike 2. A little bit of gamesmanship from Avila yesterday. Anytime Ottawa had a big hit or a big play, they found a way to slow it down. Also walked Elena Caldori 5 times yesterday. 1-2 pitch. She's going to hit this one to the right side. It's going to bounce. Looking to make the play as Lacey is going to be thrown out by a step. for out number one is the second baseman Yakel, laid out for it and then flips it over to McGee for the first out. Brings up number 23, Sammy Bates. Bates 2 for 4 with a triple against Avila yesterday. In the last game against McPherson was 2 for 4 with 2 singles. .390 average, 3 home runs, 28 RBIs for the junior. First pitch to Bates, fastball outside. Count to 1-0. One ball and no strikes. And Dana Goff, the head coach for Avila, talks to her catcher. 1-0 count to Bates. Fastball outside, and it's called a strike on the corner. Count to 1-1. One out in the bottom of the first. Ottawa trailing 2-0 to Avila. Game 3 for the Lady Braves. Up today. 1-1 pitch. Bates swings over a breaking ball for strike 2. Count at 1-2. Ottawa's really going to have to dig deep here. Try and muster up enough energy to keep their composure and their focus against a good pitcher for Avila and Michaela Aiken. 1-2 pitch from Aiken in the dirt. Count to 2-2. Bates on base percentage has been pushed up to .475. 3 home runs on the year. Junior from Olathe. Two pitch. Bates going to hit it to third base to Moreno, and she can't field it. It's going to be an infield single for Sammy Bates. Moreno tried to play it. Probably should have been called off by Musgrove. Moreno really ranged into shortstop territory. And there's going to be already a meeting at the mound by the head coach, Dana Goff. As Avila looking to slow things up. Brings up Allison Carney. .351 average, no home runs, 33 RBIs. 0 for 3 against McPherson. Definitely 2 for a hit here. This is the freshman from Valley Falls, Kansas. Freshman infielder, 5'7", right-handed hitter. Carney's ready to go, but Gerhardt still giving instructions to her defense. We could be here for 3 or 4 hours at this pace. 1 out, bottom of the first. Ottawa with a runner at first base is Sammy Bates, an infield single. Fastball to Carney is going to be called a ball. They thought she might have gone around and counted 1-0. They are going to go ahead and rule the error on Moreno. Tough on Moreno. 1-0 pitch from Aiken. Fastball in the dirt. Count to 2-0. And Aiken will throw a lot of balls if you'll watch them. That's the thing with her, though, is she throws those fastballs that come in so pretty, but they come in with a lot of velocity, and by the time they get to you, a little too late. But she will test the boundaries of the strike zone. Count to 2-1. Throw down to first as they look to check on Bates, and Bates gets back in time with the right hand. Count at 2-1. 1 out. Bottom of the first. Avila leading 2-0. Ottawa trying to respond to those 2 runs from the Eagles in the top half of the inning. Lena Kyle Laurie standing in the on-deck circle. And 2-1 pitch is taken for a strike on the outside corner. Count to 2-2. Aiken with 35 strikeouts this year and 47 innings pitched. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Carney looks at one in the dirt, and count goes full. 3-2 count, 1 out. Bottom of the first inning. Ottawa looking to respond to the 2 runs by Avila in the top half as Kearney fouls it away. Back to the screen to keep it at 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. Allison Kearney at the dish. Three-two pitch. Striking out is Kearney for the second out of the inning, which will bring up Elena Cott-Lorick. And without a free base, Avila might actually have to pitch to her. Came up to bat 5 times yesterday. Was walked intentionally 3 times. Hit by a pitch once. And then lined to third base. First pitch to Cott-Lorick, low and outside for ball 1. One 0 count, Cott-Lorick. Aiken back on the rubber. 1-1 pitch in the dirt. Count to 2-0 as Gearhart able to keep it from going by her, preventing Bates from taking second. The first 2 pitches, both of them have been far, far from the strike zone to Cott-Lorick. 2 balls and no strikes. Fastball on the outside corner. Count to 2-1. All 3 pitches have been on the outer half. Cott-Lorick digs in as close as she can in the box. 2-1 pitch. Fastball hit right at the shortstop. Goes over the head of the shortstop. Bates is going to turn for 3, and she will be safe at third. Runners at the corners and 2 outs for Alexa Romero. And another meeting from head coach Dana Goss. She's going to come take a look at her shortstop, who looked like the ball just bounced over her head. But runners at the corners for Ottawa and 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Alexa Romero at the plate. Ottawa's fans have stuck around for all 3 games today and are looking for some offense here from Alexa Romero, the senior. Romero 1 for 4 against McPherson. Two outs here, bottom of the first inning. Runners at the corners for Ottawa, down 2-0 to Avila. First pitch to Romero, fastball on the outside part of the plate for a strike, and the count to 0-1. Cott-Lorick at first, Bates at third. Pitch from Aiken. Fastball to Romero, swings over the top of, and she's behind at 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs. Pitch from Aiken in the dirt. As Cott-Lorick will take second without a throw. The runners at second and third and 2 outs. One ball and 2 strikes to Romero, 2 outs. Bottom of the first, Ottawa with runners in scoring position. One-two pitch. Romero looks at a fastball outside, and the count evens at 2-2, and will have Deuces Wild here for the Lady Braves. And Aiken continuing to take some time. 2-2 pitch. And Romero's going to hit this to short. Romero makes the throw in time. Moreno in time with the third out. As we head to the second inning, Ottawa trailing 2-0. You listen to Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
I came here to run cross country, and it ended up being way different than I thought it was going to be. It's unlike anything I've ever been a part of to be on the team. Everyone is so completely different. There are people you never thought you'd be friends with, nothing like your outside friends, but somehow you all click to be the same and have the same interests, but yet completely different. Everyone's always there for you. It's not just about running. Friendships and families like they're your siblings when you're away from home. That's what it means to be a part of the Braves cross country and track team, to be a family.
Be a Brave. Visit ottawa.edu. The year was 1949. Harry Truman was in the White House. The Yankees won the World Series. Vaughn Monroe was on top of the charts.
Ghost riders in the sky.
And KOFO was on the air. We thank you for listening.
70 years of information and entertainment. KOFO.
Welcome back. Ottawa was able to get runners to second and third. Were unable to bring anyone in as they get one hit. They trail 2-0 against the Avila Eagles as we start the top of the second inning. Hitters 7, 8, and 9 of Robeson, McKinney, and Yakel come to the plate for the Eagles. Kayla Robeson, the left fielder, batting .267, no home runs and 3 RBIs. Saunders starts her second inning of work. She did give up 2 runs, one of which was earned, had a strikeout, 23 pitches in the inning. Kayla Robinson will hit this one right at Sierra Retley for out number 1. 1 pitch in and out for Saunders. That'll bring up Madison McKinney, the designated player. Saunders ready to go against McKinney. First pitch to her, fastball for a strike. On at 0-1. McKinney, .212 average, no home runs, 4 RBIs. 0-1 pitch, rise ball high, and the count's a 1-0. One count. Pitch to McKinney, breaking ball just outside, and the count's a 1-2. 2 balls and a strike, 1 out. Top of the second inning. Two-one pitch, fastball just misses inside, and the count's a 3-1. Ottawa trying to ride their freshmen all the way to the promised land here. As Saunders and Kaler have been the go-tos here in this tournament. 3-1 pitch, sprayed the other way towards the Ottawa dugout and foul. Jordan Sage also pitching in relief yesterday. At the 3 games that they've had started today have all been from the freshmen. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out in the top of the second. Avila at the plate with a 2-run lead and a 2-0. Three-two pitch to McKinney. Fastball off the plate and a walk for the Eagles. Brings up the second baseman Emerson Yakel made a nice play in the last half inning to keep Corey Lacey from getting on with an infield single. Pitch to Yakel, foul back to the screen, and the count to 0-1. Yakel, .321 average, 2 home runs, 12 RBIs. It'll be Kelsey Davis following her. No balls and a strike. 1 out here in the top of the second inning. A 1 pitch from Saunders, rise ball high, and the count evens at 1-1. Runner at first for the Eagles. 1 ball and 1 strike. As McKinney was able to earn a walk. 1-1 pitch. Ripped down the line, foul. Out to 1-2. Yakel with 2 home runs on the year, driven in 12. That average at .321. 1-2 pitch. We rip down the line. Retley up with it. We'll go to second for 1. They'll go over for 2 and just miss it. As Retley with a nice snag. As Romero stepped on the bag, and the runner at second is out, but the coach is coming out to discuss it with the umpire. They will issue the out. 2 down in the second inning as Kelsey Davis, the leadoff hitter, comes to the plate for the Eagles. Davis was hit by a pitch in her first plate appearance. Runner at first is Yakel. Off the fielder's choice. Davis swings at 1, off speed for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. 2 outs in the top of the second inning. Avila scored 2 in the top of the first. 0-1 pitch. Another breaking ball. Davis swings through, but taking second will be Yakel as she gets in a scoring position. And Davis will go and talk to her head coach. And we will wait till she comes back into the box. Davis was hit by a pitch in the first inning. Her average currently at .350. She's behind in the count here at 0-2. Davis had the walk-off single yesterday. 0-2 pitch from Saunders. Going to be lifted down the left field line, tailing foul. Saunders pitch count up to 37 in the second inning. No balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the second inning. Runner at second for the Eagles. Davis at the plate. 0-2 pitch. Going to be popped foul. And back to the screen. Saunders thought she had that strikeout pitch there. As the catcher behind the plate, Elena Lori, the senior, telling her to keep her composure here. Ottawa trying to get out of this inning unscathed. 0-2 pitch, breaking ball, almost catches the outside corner. They'll call the ball and the count to 1-2. And the clouds continue to increase here in Great Bend. Runner at second base is Yakel. Davis at the plate. 1-2 pitch, fastball just misses above the belt. And the count to 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes to Davis. Two count to Davis. Pitch from Saunders, lifted and popped up in the air. Going to get it is Retley as she makes the grab into the fence for the third out. No runs, no hits for Avila. We head to the bottom of the second. Ottawa trailing 2-0. You're listening to Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Have you ever walked into a business and been treated so well by the people that work there, you can tell they were meant to do what they do? That's what you feel when you walk into Sutton's Jewelry in downtown Ottawa. For more than 50 years, you've been treated with personal service and attention while being shown the best in high-quality jewelry and accessories. If you want to drive out of town, be treated like a number so an associate can make a commission, and walk out with jewelry like everybody else, go right ahead. But for a unique jewelry buying experience, walk into Sutton's Jewelry at 213 South Main in downtown Ottawa. Open Tuesday through Friday 10 to 5:30, Saturdays 10 to 2. KOFO and State Farm agent Ryan Disbro are at it again, sending you to the K to see the Kansas City Royals this season. To win tickets, register at Ryan's State Farm office at 504 Redbud Avenue in Garnett, and you could be there to see the Royals host the Phillies on May 11th. We'll announce the winner on May 9th during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
Yarborough works from the stretch, and the lefty deals, and he bunts it to the right side. Pitcher has it. His only play will be to first, but nobody's home. And everybody's safe, and the Royals lead is 3-1.
Register now to see the Kansas City Royals from State Farm agent Ryan Disbro and KOFO.
Bottom of the second inning, Ottawa trails 2-0 to Avila. As leading off the inning will be Lindsay Loomis, followed by Shayla Kao and Sierra Relly. So Loomis leads it off. She scored one of the go-ahead run for Ottawa in the last game against McPherson. Her average .250, 1 home run, 14 RBIs. Loomis, the lefty, faces the freshman Aiken, who has had Ottawa's number so far through this tournament. Still has not given up a run for the Lady Braves. First pitch high for ball one, as she has worked 6 scoreless now. 1-0 pitch. Loomis swinging, hits one to second. Yakel up with it, goes to first. This is McGee for the out. Brings up Shayla Kao. Kao, the junior, right-handed hitter, had a double in the first game of the day, 2 singles against McPherson. Just missed a home run late in the 7th inning. First pitch to her, fastball, it's going to be hit to third to Moreno. Moreno up with it, and we'll throw her out on 1 pitch. 2 outs in the inning on here in the bottom of the second. Brings up Sierra Retley. Two outs in the inning. Aiken has thrown 28 pitches. And in this inning, she has thrown a total of 4. 2 outs. Ottawa looking to get something started here in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch to Retley goes over the head of the catcher and all the way back to the screen for ball one. Got it 1-0. Got it 1-0 to Retley. Fastball outside corner for strike one, and the count goes even. 2 out.
Save time and hassle later by checking your vehicle now to be sure all of your lights and signals are in working order, adjust mirrors, and check your tire pressure. This reminder from CarStar Ottawa. Call 242-8916. CarStar. Relax. We'll take it from here.
Back here as it is a 2-1 count to Sierra Retley as she fouls it back to the screen. The count goes to 2-2. Ottawa's just 1 hit here through the first 1 2/3 as Retley might have found that off her leg. talk with head coach Jay Cant real quick to walk it off. That is not a fun feeling. Two balls and 2 strikes to Retley, who's still trying to walk off the injury here. With a mighty hack. It deflected off of her leg. It's like it's that forward leg. The left one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Retley's going to hit one softly to the pitcher. Aiken up with it, throws her out. 3 up, 3 down for Ottawa in the second. Head to the third. You're listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves softball on 1220. 103.7 FM KOFO.
The Ottawa Recreation Commission is your place for activities and other programs designed to keep the members of our community active and healthy. Visit us at the GOT building or online at orcottawaks.org to see recreation options for all ages. Ottawa Recreation Commission, bring recreation to life.
Hi everybody, this is Denny Matthews, the voice of the Royals. Don't miss a game home or away this year. Keep it locked onto your source for information and entertainment. And Royals baseball in East Central Kansas, 1220. And 103.7 FM KOFO.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. The Army National Guard responds to disasters such as wildfires and floods. They protect us with missile defense, cybersecurity, and civilian support teams for chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. Be there for your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard. Aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Welcome back to Great Bend as Ottawa trails Avila 2-0 after 2 innings. Due up for Avila will be Musgrove, Moreno, and McGee. We do have storms off to the west of us, but they are moving very slowly. Keep an eye on those for the rest of the evening as Musgrove comes to the plate. He reached base on an error in the first inning, and she takes fastball high for ball 1. Current temperature 64 degrees, south-southeast wind at 9 miles an hour. 1-0 pitch to Musgrove, shows bunt, brings it back, but it's still a strike on the outside corner. Saunders at 41 pitches. 1-1 pitch to Musgrove. A little high in the count to 2-1. Two-one pitch catches the outside corner. Count to 2-2. 2-2 pitch, rise ball high, and the count goes full. Three balls and 2 strikes. No outs, top of the third inning. Ottawa trailing 2-0, Avila at the plate. 3-2 pitch is going to be hit to center field. Bates coming in strong, makes the grab for out number 1. That'll bring up Mia Moreno, the third baseman. Moreno, the sophomore from San Antonio, Texas. Bates with her first put out of this game. Was pretty quiet in the last game as the wind was really blowing in. Not a lot of shots out in the outfield. First pitch to Moreno. A little outside for ball 1. Count to 1-0. One out here in the top of the third. 1-0 pitch to Moreno. Ripped foul. And counts to 1-1. Moreno had a sac bunt in the first inning to move runners over to second and third. And then Aiken brought him in. Moreno's average .451, 5 homers, 32 RBIs. One count to her here. 1-1 pitch from Saunders in the dirt. Count to 2-1. 2-1 count. Pitch from Saunders. Ripped to second base. Romero tries to snag it. As Moreno is on with a base hit. Romero tried to backhand it and went right through her glove. It was hit on a line, just a few inches off the ground. Brings up the first baseman, Sierra McGee. Second hit of the day for Avila. Both teams with one error. Takes a changeup for a strike from Saunders. Down at 0-1. One pitch, lifted foul down the left field line, out of play. Count at 0-2. Runner at first for Avila. One out here in the top of the third. 0-2 pitch. McGee lays off it as it's outside, and the count to 1-2. One-two pitch, and McGee is going to line it into left field for a base hit. Back-to-back singles for the Eagles. They have runners at first and second with one out. Brings up Aiken. He had a 2 RBI single in the first inning. Avila only scored 1 run against Friends earlier today. Already passed that total. Threatening with more here. Saunders at 52 pitches. Saunders' first pitch low and out and inside. Count to 1-0. One out here in the third. Runners at first and second for Avila. 1-0 pitch. Runners moving. Ball's going to be hit to second base. They're going to go to 2 for... And then the runner gets in the way. As the ball deflects off of McGee. And she is down. And that is going to hurt. We are going to take a break as McGee was hit with the ball when Ottawa was trying to turn 2. As she was going into second base. And we are going to take a break. You're listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
You know how doctors refer you to specialists when you need specific care? Well, I'm about to do the same thing. When you need concrete work done, you need someone who specializes in concrete work. And that's C.S. Cunningham. Licensed and insured. And good. Take a look at all the great things they've done and done right. It's all right there on their Facebook page for everyone to see. Then give them a call. Free estimates, top-notch results. C.S. Cunningham, 785-242-7101.
KOFO is your home for Kansas City Royals baseball in East Central Kansas. Whether it's at the K or away, you can hear all the action in 2019 on 103.7 FM and 1220. Brought to you by our title sponsor, State Farm Insurance Agent Ryan Disbro in Garnett, and our many game sponsors who make the broadcast possible. We encourage you to visit these fine merchants who know what it means to be always royal. Your sports source and home of the Kansas City Royals in East Central Kansas is KOFO.
Welcome back as McGee is able to walk off under her own power. And they are going to say the runner at first is still safe, even though McGee did not go in and slide. Romero was trying to turn 2, which is why McGee got hit in the throat with the ball. Now they're going to talk to the head coach from Avila. But we are still waiting to get the official call. There's definitely at least 2 outs in the inning. Currently runners on the corners, and if they rule that the runner didn't slide and that it was interference, then it is the end of the inning. as Ottawa gets out of it on the runner interference, and we'll head to the bottom of the third. Ottawa trailing 2-0. You're listening to Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
What it means to be an OU Brave is to be yourself. What I've learned here is I've created memories with friends, and I was actually really comfortable being in my own skin here. Everybody has their own personality, and we're all unique here, just trying to live significant lives. And I think I'm going to leave here with an imprint that will last forever and that I can hold on to and look back at and laugh at and see that I not only learned something, but I created friendships and memories that will always stick with me. That's what it means to be brave, to be yourself.
Be a brave. Visit ottawa.edu. The year was 1949. Harry Truman was in the White House. The Yankees won the World Series. Vaughn Monroe was on top of the charts.
Ghost riders in the sky.
And KOFO was on the air. Thank you for listening.
70 years of information and entertainment. KOFO.
The runner interference ends the inning as Romero tried to turn the double play. And Ottawa comes to the plate with maybe a little bit of momentum here, needing to get something started offensively as they trail 2-0 in the bottom of the third. It'll be 9-1-2 of Hickman, Lacey, and Bates for Ottawa to face Michaela Aiken. Aiken getting her final warm-up pitch in. And we'll be ready to go. Hickman, 308 average, 1 home run, 23 RBIs. And McGee is in the game, which, a good thing she had the cage on her helmet, because I believe it deflected off the cage and hit her in the chest. She doesn't have that cage. I can't imagine what we would have seen. So luckily for her, she is okay. Unfortunately, it ends the threat for Avila. As Hickman digs in from the left side. First pitch from Aiken in the dirt. Down at 1-0. One ball and no strikes. Aiken again taking your time on the, and now Hickman's going to call time here as Aiken really stretching out the amount of time from when the ball is thrown back to her from the catcher to when she finally gets on the pitching rubber. Pitch is high, count to 2-0. Two balls and no strikes. Count. Hickman gonna hit one at the plate. Bounces at the plate. Count goes to 2-1. Two balls and one strike to Hickman. Aiken. Swinging strike there from Hickman, and the count to 2-2. Aiken has gone 2 innings, given up just 1 hit, has 1 strikeout. Count is even at 2-2 with no outs. Bottom of the third, Avila leading 2-0. Ottawa at the plate. 2-2 pitch. Hickman's going to hit this one up the middle for a base hit. And Ottawa gets a leadoff single to start the third. Now to bring Corey Lacey to the plate for the Lady Braves, who grounded out to the second baseman, Yackel, in the first inning. Lacey's ready to go here with a runner on first for Ottawa, no outs. Pitch to Lacey. Inside corner for strike one. The fastball from Aiken. Lacey's averaged 291. She's driven in 18 runs this season, 3 in this tournament. A 1 pitch, showing bunt, and going, and missing is Lacey, and she's behind at 0-2. The ball's in 2 strikes to Lacey. Runner at first is Hickman. No outs, bottom of the third, Ottawa trailing by 2. 0-2 pitch. She's going to hit it at the plate, and it'll go foul. So Lacey able to stay alive at 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. So Lacey. Pitch to her. We hit up the middle for a base hit. Back-to-back singles for Ottawa to start the inning. Sammy Bates comes to the plate. Hard hit liner to center field by Corey Lacey. And we'll have a mound visit. And this will be a full mound visit for Coach Goss. Ottawa was going to talk about it here, but Bates, an opportunity to come through big for Ottawa here. As the 2 runners on base of Hickman and Lacey, we'll talk with head coach Jay Kent. Avila have another stoppage of play here. And the thought of putting Bates on base has got to cross the mind here, head coach Goss. We've seen that she's not afraid to intentionally walk players. This game started about 8:04, and we've already played an hour and just gotten through 3 innings. Ottawa had a contest that went 9 innings 2 days ago and was over in 2 hours. We're stretching it out here in game 3, but Ottawa's threatening. Down by 2. Runners at first and second and no outs for Sammy Bates. Bates, who reached base on an error in the first inning. First pitch to Bates. Outside for ball 1. Allison Carney on deck. Bates, 387 average, 3 homers, 28 RBIs. Aiken waits for the pitch. 1-0 pitch. In there for strike 1, and the count to 1-1. Lacey at first, Hickman at second. Both of them with singles to center field to start the inning. One pitch. We hit foul down the third base line, and the count to 1-2. Bates now with 59 hits, leads the team. 1-2 pitch from Aiken, low, and she'll strike out swinging. Just couldn't lay off of that one. Out of the zone and low, and it'll bring up Carney to the plate. And Carney at the plate. We've got to find a way at least get runners over the second and third here. Hate to waste 2 leadoff singles to start the third inning as they trail 2-0 in the bottom of the third to Avila. Struck out swinging in the first inning. Caught Lori standing in the on-deck circle. Carney back in from the right side. One-0 pitch. Carney fouls it at the plate. Count to 1-1. One out, bottom of the third. Hickman with a single, Lacey with a single. Bates strikes out. And Carney at the plate. 1-1 pitch. Hit back up the middle. They are going to get the force out at third. And they will get the lead runner, which will bring Cott Laurie to the plate. Two outs in the inning now, which will bring Cott Laurie to the plate with 2 outs. And Ottawa trailing by 2. Cott Laurie with a hit in her first plate appearance. And time will be called by Cott Laurie as the pitch is taking a long time to get in from Gearhart to Aiken. First pitch, Cott Laurie is a strike. Lacey will get back to second as Gearhart throws down to second. 0-1 the count. No balls and a strike to Cott Laurie. Single to left center in the first inning. And time will be called again. And again, time called by Cott Laurie. 0-1 pitch. Going to be hit towards the Avila dugout. Might have caromed off of her leg, and it did. Count to 0-2, and she's going to try and walk it off here. That was on her left leg, her lead leg. She's behind in the count at 0-2 with 2 outs in the bottom of the third, and Ottawa trailing 2-0 to Avila. Oh, 2 pitch from Aiken. Hit right back to her. That'll do it for Ottawa in the inning. Ottawa gets 2 singles to start the inning, but aren't able to get anyone past second base. We head to the fourth. Ottawa trailing 2-0. You're listening to Lady Braves Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KLFO.
No matter the brand, Adamson Brothers can prepare your AC for the hot summer months ahead. Call them today at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Kramer Pharmacy, your local hometown pharmacy at 134 North Main, encourages you during the Legacy Square construction to use their free citywide at-home delivery. Call Kramer Pharmacy 242-2055 and visit KramerRx.com and download their free mobile app.
KOFO and State Farm agent Ryan Disbro are at it again, sending you to the K to see the Kansas City Royals this season. To win tickets, register at Ryan's State Farm office at 504 Redbud Avenue in Garnett. And you could be there to see the Royals host the Phillies on May 11th. We'll announce the winner on May 9th during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
Yarborough works from the stretch, and the lefty deals, and he bunts it to the right side. Pitcher has it. His only play will be to first, but nobody's home, and everybody's safe, and the Royals lead is 3-1.
Register now to see the Kansas City Royals from State Farm agent Ryan Disbro and KOFO.
Avila able to get out of a jam in the bottom of the third. And they lead 2-0 over Ottawa as we start the top of the fourth inning. Saunders has gone 3 innings, given up 3 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Total of 55 pitches. As Ottawa in their 3rd elimination game of the day. Leading it off will be Gearhart, followed by Robeson and McKinney. Gearhart popped to short in the first inning. .247 average for her. First pitch to Gearhart, going to be hit to first base. Nice effort by Loomis, keep it in front of her, and then walk it over to first base for out number 1. Avila similar to the approach that McPherson has of going after that first pitch. Kayla Robinson, that's second in the inning, the left fielder. Has had a whole lot to do defensively so far. First pitch to her. She will try and lay down the bunt as it's foul. Count to 0-1. No balls and a strike to Robeson. Count at 0-1 to the left fielder. Takes the fastball outside, and the count to 1-1. One ball and one strike to the 7-hitter Robeson. 1-1 pitch, and she's going to hit this one right back to the pitcher Saunders. 4 out number 2 as she'll go to first in plenty of time. Brings up the 8-hitter Madison McKinney and the designated player today for Avila. 2-0 the lead for Avila in the top of the 4th. Up for Ottawa to start. The 5th would be Romero, Loomis, and Ko. Ottawa really running on fumes at this point, has to dig deep. First pitch to McKinney, ripped down the line and foul. And count to 0-1. Oh, 0-1 count, 2 outs, top of the 4th. McKinney, who walked in the 2nd inning, got all the way to 3rd. Was unable to score. 0-1 pitch, swinging strike for McKinney, and the count to 0-2. 0-2 count to McKinney. 2 outs, top of the 4th. Avila leading by 2. 0-2 pitch to McKinney, outside, and the count to 1-2. Ottawa is the home team, even though they are the lower seed at number 4. Avila the number 1. 1-2 pitch, popped up and out of play. Saunders trying to work through a quick 4th inning. Trying to get the bats back out. One-two pitch to McKinney is going to be hit to right field. Hickman comes in, makes the grab for the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down for Avila in the top half of the 4th. Ottawa trailing by 2. You're listening to Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
I came here to run cross country, and it ended up being way different than I thought it was going to be. It's unlike anything I've ever been a part of to be on the team. Everyone is so completely different. There are people you never thought you'd be friends with, nothing like your outside friends, but somehow you all click to be the same and have the same interests, but yet completely different. Everyone's always there for you. It's not just about running. Friendships and families, like they're your siblings when you're away from home. That's what it means to be a part of the Braves cross country and track team, to be a family.
Be a Brave. Visit ottawa.edu.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. The Army National Guard responds to disasters such as wildfires and floods. They protect us with missile defense, cybersecurity, and civilian support teams for chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. Be there for your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard. Aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Ottawa trails 2-0. They've been able to get 3 hits through the first 3 innings, but have not been able to score. They've gotten runners to second twice. That's as far as they've gotten on Michaela Aiken. 3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 strikeouts, 52 total pitches. 38 strikes, 17 balls. Leading off for Ottawa's Alexa Romero, the second baseman. 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup for the Lady Braves. Ottawa got 2 singles to start the last inning. So we're unable to take advantage with no outs. Romero grounded to third in the first inning. First pitch low and outside. Count to 1-0. Romero, the senior. 1-0 pitch, hits this one to third base again to Moreno. She will throw Romero out by a couple steps for out one. Ottawa just on top of the ball right now. Been difficult for them to drive it all afternoon, or excuse me, all evening now. Aiken again has them off balance through 3 1/3. Loomis comes to the plate. Batting 5th, make that 6th today, is Lindsay Loomis, the lefty. First pitch to her in the dirt, and she'll swing over the top of it for strike one. Count to 0-1. Oh, 0-1 count to Loomis. Grounded to second in the second inning. Oh, 0-1 pitch is outside for ball one, and the count goes to 1-1. First time Ottawa's played under the lights in the KCAC tournament this year. Played one game under the lights last year against Oklahoma Wesleyan. Aiken is ready to go on the pitcher's plate. 1-1 pitch. Loomis fouls it out of play, and the count's a 1-2. Average 246. Driven in 14 runs. She's got to protect the plate here at 1-2 and 1 out. On the bottom of the fourth, Ottawa trailing 2-0. Both fronts for Avila coming in the first inning. Person scored 3 on Ottawa in the first. Ottawa battled back in that one to win it by a final of 5-4. 1-2 pitch to Loomis. She hits the first base, and stepping on the bag will be Sierra McGee for out number 2. And it'll bring up Shayla Kao, the designated player. Time will be called here. And they will have another meeting at the mound. No. Kao digs in. She is 0 for 1. Grounded to third in the second inning. First pitch to Kao inside for ball one, and the count at 1-0. Kao, a junior infielder from Nanakuli, Hawaii, went to Iowa Central Community College before transferring to Ottawa. 1-0 pitch in the dirt, counts at 2-0. Two balls and no strikes. Aiken ready to go. 2-0 pitch, foul back. Count to 2-1. Two balls and a strike to Kao. Bottom of the fourth, Ottawa down 2-0. 2 outs in the inning. 2-0 pitch, outside, and the count to 3-1. Three-one. Kao, the right-handed hitter, digging in. 3-1 pitch from Aiken, outside for ball 4, and they'll walk her. Aiken issues her second walk. That brings Ratley to the plate. Now standing on first and 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. Ottawa down by 2. First pitch to Retley, fastball for a strike. 0-1 the count. Retley, who had the go-ahead 2 RBI single against McPherson to give Ottawa the lead in the 7th in the last game, and now she's behind at 0-2 as that one catches the outside corner for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Ottawa with a runner on first, 2 outs, bottom of the fourth. 0-2 pitch is outside. No, they're going to say it catches the corner for strike 3. And that does it for Ottawa in the inning. No runs on no hits as we head to the 5th. You're listening to Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KLFO.
Some things just don't stand the test of time. The Ulmerton Tower, the Hans Dickinson Museum of Fine Arts, the Richfield International Blimport. Never heard of these places? That's because they're not there. But if C.S. Cunningham had built them, they'd all be household names by now. Speaking of households, how's your foundation holding up after this winter? Call C.S. Cunningham to take a look for free. Concrete that's concrete. C.S. Cunningham, 785-242-7101.
KOFO is your home for Kansas City Royals baseball in East Central Kansas. Whether it's at the K or away, you can hear all the action in 2019 on 103.7 FM and 1220. Brought to you by our title sponsor, State Farm Insurance Agent Ryan Disbro in Garnett, and our many game sponsors who make the broadcast possible. We encourage you to visit these fine merchants who know what it means to be always royal. Your sports source and home of the Kansas City Royals in East Central Kansas is KOFO.
Start the top of the 5th inning. Ottawa down 2-0 to Avila. The 2 runs for the Eagles coming in the first inning. They had 3 hits. Ottawa has 3 hits as well. They've left 5 on base. The Eagles have left 3 on base. 9-1-2 for the Eagles. Yakel, Davis, Musgrove for the co-conference champions. I want to thank everyone that stuck with us through all 3 games today. Ottawa has gone on quite the run, looking to keep it alive here. They've got to get 3 outs and get back out and get some hits. Yakel leads off and fouls one out of play for strike 1. No balls and a strike. Yakel had a fielder's choice in the second inning. 0-1 pitch out, just outside, and the count to 1-1. Saunders dropping the changeup in there and comes up a little outside. 1-1 pitch, strike, swinging by Yakel. Count to 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. No outs here in the 5th. To Yakel. She's going to hit one to short to Carney. Carney quickly over to first, gets the out. Loomis makes the grab for the first out of the 5th. That brings Kelsey Davis to the plate now in the top of the Avila lineup. Place that has dominated for this team as they come into today, outscoring opponents 55-10 in the first inning, and all of that really attributed to the top of their lineup. First pitch to Davis, breaking ball that she just stands on for strike 1. Saunders working in a changeup here that has Avila off balance. Oh, 1 count. Fastball in there for strike 2 for Saunders. Davis, a junior from Camdenton, Missouri. 0-2 pitch, rise ball high, and the count to 1-2. One out, top of the 5th. 0-2 count on Davis. going to hit this one down the line, and it's going to drop in front of Lacey for a base hit. Davis makes a hard turn at first, but is going to stay there. Avila gets a hit after Saunders had retired 4 in a row. Up until that point, Saunders got something she could hit and elevated out to left field for a single. Davis now 1 for 1 as she got 1 for 2 as she was hit by a pitch in the first and then popped to third in the second. Gets her first hit of the day. Brings up Mackenzie Musgrove, the shortstop. She is 1 for 2. And quickly shows bunt and will drop it down. Bretley's going to have to make a tough play, and it's not going to be in time. Infield single for Musgrove. Bretley took a little bit of time, hesitated just a little bit on that bunt attempt, and got there late. Good throw, just not in time, and runners at first and second, and 1 out in the 5th. Brings up Mia Moreno, third baseman. She's 1 for 1. A single and a sac bunt. First pitch hit down the line, foul by Moreno. She was out in front of it. Oh, 1 count. 1 out, top of the 5th. Runners at first and second. Head coach Dana Goss talking with the umpire and goes back to her third base coach's box. Oh, 1 pitch to Moreno, hits this one down the third base line, goes off the shoulder of Bretley. She keeps it in front of her, but everyone's safe. Brings up the first baseman, Sierra McGee. And head coach Jay Cant will go out and talk with his freshman pitcher. After 3 straight hits for the Eagles, and Ottawa down by 2, 1 out in the inning. And Sierra McGee steps to the plate. She struck out once, single to left in the 3rd. Hit a 3-run home run yesterday. Ottawa's in a tough spot here. At least there is a force at every base for the Braves. They find themselves down 2-0 and have really struggled at the plate here in Game 3, managing just 3 hits off Michaela Aiken through 4 innings. Ottawa still in the pitcher's circle. And they will finally break here. Saunders facing McGee. We're working our way towards an hour and a half already in this game. We haven't even played 5 innings. McGee, plenty of power, has 6 home runs on the year. First pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Counts to 1-0. 1 out, bases loaded for Avila. Top of the 5th. Saunders was in a really nice groove, retiring 4 straight, and then gave up a hard hit single by Davis. Just kind of snowballed from there. This one's going to be hit deep to center field. Going back is Bates at the wall, makes the catch. They're going to tag up from home, and they will score the run from third. So a 3-0 lead for Avila. And curious if she might not have touched the bag at first base. And they're going to say that she did tag at first. That is 2 outs in the inning. Avila leads 3-0. Thought Moreno might have left a little early. Brings up Michaela Aiken, the pitcher, who's 1 for 2, has 2 RBIs. First pitch to Aiken, fouled off, and down the line for strike one. Ottawa trying to minimize the damage again. Keep it to just one run in the inning as they trail 3-0. 0-1 pitch to Aiken, rise ball that she lays off of, and the count goes 1-1. Aiken singled down the right field line in the first that scored 2 and then grounded into a double play in the third. 1-1 pitch, foul down the line, and the count to 1-2. One-two count to Michaela Aiken. Avila trying to add to their 3-0 lead. One-two pitch, and we hit right back to the pitcher, Saunders, for the third out. As she goes to first base. Ottawa gives up one. They trail 3-0. Head to the bottom of the fifth. You're listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Safe, secure, strong. We're rock solid. Kansas State Bank. A better way to bank with community people you know. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
The City of Ottawa makes it easy for you to stay informed and be part of your community by visiting their website, ottawaks.gov. You can sign up for city alerts and city news, report an issue you'd like to see taken care of, even pay your bill online. It's where the city and citizens come together online at ottawaks.gov.
The year was 1949. Harry Truman was in the White House. The Yankees won the World Series. Vaughn Monroe was on top of the charts.
Ghost riders in the sky.
And KOFO was on the air.
KOFO, Ottawa.
We thank you for listening.
70 years of information and entertainment. KOFO.
Welcome back. Ottawa trails 3-0 to Avila. We start the bottom of the fifth inning. Hickman will lead it off, followed by Lacey and Bates. Ottawa threw 4 innings, just 3 hits off the freshman Michaela Aiken, who's been tremendous so far and has kept Ottawa scoreless now for 8 innings that she's seen the Lady Braves. Saw them in Game 2 of the KCAC tournament in the winner's bracket. Went 4 innings after the injury to Kaylee Beheimer. And then also has come in and gone 4 scoreless. Hickman has a single to center in the 3rd inning when Ottawa started that inning off with back-to-back singles. But Aiken worked out around that one as well. Hickman, .313 average, 1 homer, 23 RBIs. First pitch from Aiken. Hickman thinks about showing bunt, brings it back, and then takes the strike on the lower half of the zone for strike 1. Hickman, the sophomore from Oskaloosa, Kansas. Left-handed hitter. Right fielder. 0-1 pitch, fastball driven deep to right field. That's over the head of the... Oh, my goodness. Davis makes the grab in right field. You got to be kidding me. What a play by Kelsey Davis, as that one was destined for the gap, and she takes one away yet again. As Hickman smashed that one heading towards the gap, and Davis takes one away. Ottawa just cannot buy one right now. Probably the best hit ball Ottawa's had on Aiken all evening. A lot of speed in that outfield for the Eagles, and they take one away. Lacey digs in with 1 out, bottom of the 5th. Single in her last plate appearance, takes fastball inside for strike 1. Grounded the 2nd in the 1st inning, and that single in the 3rd. No balls and strike. Fastball outside. Count evens at 1-1. Lacey's a junior from Edmond, Oklahoma. Trying to get something started for the Lady Braves, down by 3. Big fastball inside for ball 2. Count to 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Two-one pitch. That Lacey swings through. And the count to 2-2. It goes off the foot of the catcher, Gearhart. 2-2 count. To Corey Lacey. Facing Michaela Aiken. Two pitch in the dirt. Count to 3-2, and I can't explain how difficult of a catch Kelsey Davis made on the run, going across her body, running to right center, and just gained ground on a hard line drive that was destined for the fence. 3-2 pitch. Corey fouls it at the plate. Count remains full. Aiken's pitched out at 74. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Lacey. 1 out, bottom of the 5th. Lady Braves down by 3. Lefty Lacey locked in. Aiken again takes her time. 3-2 pitch popped up in the infield. And Aiken makes the grab for out number 2. And what Aiken does is she lets the hitter get dug in, and then she looks like she's going to start into her motion, but what she does is she stops just short of the pitcher's plate. Then she'll step on the pitcher's plate and then go. So it's another 8 to 10 seconds, makes the batters feel really uncomfortable, which is why I caught Lori stepped out of the box 3 times in her last plate appearance. Brings Sammy Bates to the plate for Ottawa, the center fielder who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. First pitch to Bates, outside, and the count to 1-0. Bates, who has a full cheering section of her own, parents, grandparents here. Talked to her grandparents earlier today. 1-0 pitch. This one's going to be hit to first base, and McGee is right there to step on the bag. That'll do it for Ottawa. In the 5th inning, we head to the 6th. Lady Braves down 3-0. You're listening to Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
This is Chase Dingle of Dingle & Son Mortuary. I learned very young being in the funeral business wasn't just a job, it was a way of life. Never dull, sometimes stressful, but always fulfilling. I wanted to be a part of that and carry on the family tradition.
Dingle & Son Mortuary, 785-242-2323.
They've come together to make you feel whole. Ransom Memorial Health is now Advent Health Ottawa. You can count on Advent Health Ottawa to remain committed to delivering exceptional, compassionate, and personal care, supporting your body, mind, and spirit. Visit AdventHealthOttawa.com. KOFO and State Farm agent Ryan Disbro are at it again, sending you to the K to see the Kansas City Royals this season. To win tickets, register at Ryan's State Farm office at 504 Redbud Avenue in Garnett, and you could be there to see the Royals host the Phillies on May 11th. We'll announce the winner on May 9th during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
Yarborough works from the stretch, and the lefty deals, and he butts it to the right side. Pitcher has it. His only play will be to first, but nobody's home, and everybody's safe, and the Royals lead is 3-1.
Register now to see the Kansas City Royals from State Farm agent Ryan Disbro and KOFO.
Start the top of the 6th inning. Avila with a 3-0 lead over Ottawa. Eagles scored 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 5th. And they have hitters 6, 7, 8. So Gearhart, Robeson, McKinney coming to the plate in the 6th inning. They have 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, 5 left on base. Ottawa, no runs, 3 hits, 1 error. Saunders Gone 5 innings, given up those 6 hits, 2 earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 81 pitches. After pitching the entirety of Game 1 against Kansas Wesleyan at 2:30 this afternoon. First pitch of the at-bat to Gearhart, his first strike. Down at 0-1. No balls and a strike to Gearhart. Breaking ball in there for strike 2 from Saunders. 0-2 count, top of the 6th. Gearhart popped the short in the first and grounded out to first in the 4th. 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Out to 1-2. Saunders has worked her ERA down to 5.69. She's up to 39 innings pitched on the year. 1-2 pitch, rise ball high. Count evens at 2-2. Avila 28-15 this season, and is going to the NAIA tournament. They had the tiebreaker over McPherson on the co-KCAC champions. 2-2 pitch, fouled down the line. Count remains at 2-2. Two count to the catcher Gearhart. 243 average, 2 home runs, 14 runs batted in. .69 at bat. She has 17 hits. 2-2 count. Breaks ball. It's lofted down the third base line. Fair. And Retley's going to go with it and throw it to first for the out. Retley could have let that go foul. Instead played it on 2 hops and throws out Gearhart by a step for out number 1 in the top of the 6th. Robinson to the plate where she is 0 for 2. Oh, 2 pitch from Robinson, popped up in the air, going towards foul territory, and Carney makes the grab for out number 2. Long run for Allison Carney, but her Gold Glove playmaking ability comes through big as the freshman, honorable mention all conference, chosen to the Gold Glove team. 2 outs in the inning for Avila, and it brings to the plate Madison McKinney. Breaking ball ripped deep to left field, heading towards the corner and foul. Just misses a home run, does McKinney. Count to 1-0. Make that 0-1. Cleared the temporary fence down there in left field, but where that ball started, the wind is still making a big difference up high, as I thought that one was easily in fair territory. By the time it got to the pole, it was a good 2 feet to the left. Long strike, 0-1 pitch to McKinney. She's going to hit this one to short. Carney stays down on it, goes to first for the out. 3 up, 3 down for the Eagles. In the top of the 6th, Ottawa coming to the plate. 6 outs left. You're listening to Lady Braves Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
What it means to be an OU Brave is to be yourself. What I've learned here is I've created memories with friends, and I was actually really comfortable being in my own skin here. Everybody has their own personality, and we're all unique here, just trying to live significant lives. And I think I'm going to leave here with an imprint that will last forever and that I can hold on to and look back at and laugh at and see that I not only learned something, but I created friendships and memories that will always stick with me. That's what it means to be brave, to be yourself.
Be a brave. Visit ottawa.edu.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. The Army National Guard responds to disasters such as wildfires and floods. They protect us with missile defense, cybersecurity, and civilian support teams for chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. Be there for your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard. Aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Leading off for Ottawa will be Allison Carney, who had the last putout of the top of the 6th inning. Comes to the plate 0 for 2 with a strikeout in the first. She faces Michaela Aiken, who's gone 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, 77 pitches. Saunders herself, 6 hits, 6 innings pitched, 2 earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And can't ask your freshman to do a whole lot more than that, but Aiken has just had Ottawa's number tonight and yesterday as well. 9 innings of shutout ball over the last 2 days for Michaela Aiken. Ottawa trying to just get 1 across. Try and get a rally going as Carney swings at 1 out of the zone and the count to 0-1. That one bounced in front of the plate. Carney just got a little over anxious. Ottawa has played a lot of softball today. Started at 2:30. This is their 3rd game of the day. Tough to find that little extra at this point. Oh, 1 pitch to Carney. Rips this one to left field and is going to be caught in left field by Robeson for out number 1. That'll bring Cott Laurie to the plate with the bases empty and 1 out. We'll see what Avila wants to do here. With 1 out, bottom of the 6th for Elena Cott Laurie, the cleanup hitter. First pitch to her. Fastball hit down the line and fair. Moreno up with it, throws her out. 1 pitch in the out for the Eagles. That's 2 down in the 6th for Ottawa. Brings to the plate, Alexa Romero. Lady Braves trail 3-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Only had 3 hits in the 3rd game of the day on Michaela Aiken. First pitch from Aiken, low for ball 1. Down to 1-0. Ottawa did walk it off against Avila in the first contest of the year in Ottawa. Had the lead in game 2 before the lightning delay. Avila came out and scored 9 runs. Win that one 12-3. Romero swings at an off speed. Down to 1-1. Romero grounded to 3rd in the 1st and grounded to 3rd in the 4th. One count. 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. Ottawa trailing 3-0. Lex Romero at the plate. 1-1 pitch outside and the count to 2-1. Two balls and a strike to Romero. Two-one pitch, ripped and popped up in the air over 3rd base. Moreno there for the punch out. And Ottawa goes to the 7th, down 3. As Avila comes to the plate as we start the final inning, potentially, of the season for Ottawa. You're listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KLFO.
When it comes to your home, quality matters. And when quality matters, choose the best. Choose Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling. Call to have your air conditioning system serviced today at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Need a recap of the ball game? Subscribe today and never miss a score by reading the Ottawa Herald sports page or visit online at ottawaherald.com. A 3-month subscription is only $24 plus tax, and that includes internet access. Call the Ottawa Herald at 242-4700. 1-800 option 2.
KOFO is your home for Kansas City Royals baseball in East Central Kansas. Whether it's at the K or away, you can hear all the action in 2019 on 103.7 FM and 1220. Brought to you by our title sponsor, State Farm Insurance Agent Ryan Disbro in Garnett, and our mini game sponsors who make the broadcast possible. We encourage you to visit these fine merchants who know what it means to be always royal. Your sports source and home of the Kansas City Royals in East Central Kansas is KOFO.
Back here for the 7th inning. Ottawa trails 3-0. Up for Avila will be 9-1-2. Yakel, Davis, Musgrove. This part of the lineup that has really gotten after Ottawa today. Top half of the lineup has all the hits, 1 through 5, has all 6 hits for the Eagles. Yakel, the 9-hitter, leads it off. She's 0 for 1 with a ground out. First pitch to her, fastball for a strike from Saunders. And I can't emphasize how impressive Saunders and Kaler have been for this team in this tournament. You can't ask a freshman to do much more than they have for this team. 0-1 pitch, rise ball high, count 1-1. And when your senior on your staff, Amber Flummerfelt, goes down with a season-ending knee injury over a month ago, you have to put your freshmen in some tough spots, and they have responded. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball. It's going to hit back up the middle. Bates coming in hard, can't make the grab. And a single from Yakel. Lead off the inning for Avila. Bring up Kelsey Davis. And a pinch runner for Emerson Yakel will be number 3, Gabby Walton. It's an Avila squad that put out a totally different lineup against Ottawa in Game 2 and was able to pinch hit some of their starters. But it is, when you can roll out another lineup and go 2 and 3 deep at positions, it makes you so dangerous. And this team will be a force to reckon with in the national tournament. Maybe turn some heads for sure. Interesting to see what region they go to. Baker could be one of those regions for them, as they won the Heart of America regular season and conference tournament. As they rolled through it this last week. That one played at Mount Mercy College. One attempt by Davis, foul, count to 0-1. Avila, the automatic bid, as they had the tiebreaker over the other co-champion, McPherson College. You look at head-to-head, which they tied, and then it's wins over the top half of the conference. 0-1 pitch. And trying to get back, and not in time, as she's thrown out by Cott Laurie, trying to get back to the bag. As Walton couldn't get back to first base, and Cott Laurie guns her down from behind the plate for the first out of the inning, and they are going to challenge this as the umpire at second base talks to the umpire behind the plate, but Cott Laurie puts it on the money, and she is out at first base. One out on top of the 7th. Davis has the count at 1-1. 1-1 pitch from Saunders. Breaking ball that's lifted towards the shortstop. Carney, she'll go to first and get the out for the second out of the inning. Carney fielded that on a hop that landed about a foot in front of her. Able to field it and fire it over to first. Davis with so much speed. Brings up the shortstop, Mackenzie Musgrove. 1 for 3. First pitch to Musgrove, rise ball high for ball 1. Got it 1-0. One ball and no strikes. 1-0 pitch, breaking ball high, and the count to 2-0. Behind Musgrove is Moreno in the on-deck circle. 3-0 the lead for Avila here in the top of the 7th inning. 2-0 pitch, fastball outside for ball 3, and would like to keep Moreno in the on-deck circle in this situation. Not allow the lead to grow here in the 7th. 3-0 pitch from Saunders. In there with a strike. Got it 3-1. Musgrove has had a bunt single back in the 5th. Avila scored their runs in the 1st with 2 and added 1 in the 5th. 3-1 pitch in there with a strike with a fastball from Saunders, and she gets it to full count with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. 3-2 pitch from Saunders. Going to be hit the pitcher, and she will go to first for the final out of the 7th. Ottawa comes to the plate down 3, needing 3 to extend it. You're listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
I came here to run cross country, and it ended up being way different than I thought it was going to be. It's unlike anything I've ever been a part of to be on the team. Everyone is so completely different. There are people you never thought you'd be friends with, nothing like your outside friends, but somehow you all click to be the same and have the same interests, but yet completely different. Everyone's always there for you. It's not just about running. Friendships and families, like they're your siblings when you're away from home. That's what it means to be a part of the Braves cross country and track team, to be a family.
Be a Brave. Visit ottawa.edu. The year was 1949. Harry Truman was in the White House. The Yankees won the World Series. Vaughn Monroe was on top of the charts.
Ghost riders in the sky.
And KOFO was on the air. Thank you for listening.
70 years of information and entertainment. KOFO. Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Lady Braves looking to conjure a little more magic here, as they have 3 outs left to score 3 runs. Leading off will be Lindsay Loomis, the first baseman, followed by Shayla Kao and Sierra Redley. Loomis has grounded to second back in the 2nd inning and grounded to first in the 4th. Ottawa down 3-0, bottom of the 7th inning. Pitch from Aiken, low for ball 1. Want to know the count to Loomis. 1-0 pitch, swings it 1 out of the zone for strike 1. Count at 1-1. Loomis, a junior from Wichita, Kansas, by way of Pratt Community College. 1-1 count to the left-handed junior. 1-1 pitch, off speed, that's roped down the line and fair, and this is going to go for extra bases. She'll turn for 2. This one's going to go into the corner. She's turning for 3, and she'll be safe at third with a stand-up triple to start the bottom of the 7th inning. Loomis all over that pitch and brings Shayla Kao to the plate. And another meeting of the minds at the pitcher's plate. No coach this time, so it'll be a little quicker. Kao comes to the plate now with a runner at 3rd and no outs. Kao 0 for 1, drew a walk back in the 4th and grounded to 3rd in the 2nd. Kao looks at a strike down the middle, counted 0-1. Rio in favor of Avila right now, but Ottawa trying to get one across with a runner at 3rd and no outs. Have not scored on Aiken in 9 innings. 0-1 pitch to Kao, low and it is called the strike, as it was low and outside, and the count to 0-2. Okay, will have to protect here on 0-2 after a tough strike called on her. No balls and 2 strikes to KO. Loomis standing on third. Pitch to KO inside, and she'll strike out on a pitch that jammed her. She will be the first out of the inning. Brings up Sierra Retley. Runner at third with 1 out. Bottom of the 7th. Pitch to Retley, low for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. To Retley, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Retley has had a huge tournament. 1-0 pitch, fastball on the outside corner. Count to 1-1. One ball and 1 strike to Sierra Retley. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. This one's in the dirt and she swings at it. Count to 1-2. 1 out of the zone. One ball and 2 strikes to Retley. Runner at third is Loomis. Led off the inning with a triple. As Aiken again taking her time, and Retley calls time. One-two pitch, strike, just fouling it off in front of the plate was Retley as the catcher couldn't secure the pitch. So Retley will fight 1 more pitch here at least. And she chokes up on the bat here with 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch, pitch outside, and she'll swing at it. And Ottawa's down to their final out. Tommy Lynn Hickman coming to the plate. Hickman has a single today. Ottawa's first base runner to third base all evening, a leadoff triple, and then back-to-back strikeouts for Aiken. And Ottawa better get used to her. They're going to see her for 3 more years. First pitch, Hickman is in the dirt. Count to 1-0. Aiken, a freshman from Topeka. The right-handed hurler has come in after the injury to Kaylee Beheimer and has been nails for the Eagles. And time called again as Aiken continues to take some time. 1-0 pitch, fastball going to be hit to second, and that is going to do it. As Avila wins it 3-0 over Ottawa to eliminate the Lady Braves from the KCAC tournament. And in their season, we'll take a break. You're listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KLFO.
This is Eric Price, Funeral Director at Lamb Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. We're proud to be involved in the communities we serve and support the youth of today because they're our leaders for tomorrow. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, providing compassionate care when you need it most.
KOFO and State Farm agent Ryan Disbro are at it again, sending you to the K to see the Kansas City Royals this season. To win tickets, register at Ryan's State Farm office at 504 Redbud Avenue in Garnett, and you could be there to see the Royals host the Phillies on May 11th. We'll announce the winner on May 9th during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
Yarborough works from the stretch and the lefty deals, and he bunts it to the right side. Pitcher has it. His only play will be to first, but nobody's home, and everybody's safe, and the Royals lead is 3-1.
Register now to see the Kansas City Royals from State Farm agent Ryan Disbro and KOFO.
Play Words with listeners every weekday afternoon over your lunch hour at about 12:20. The game is simple. Listen for the letters that make up our mystery word, listen for the clues, and when you have a guess, call in for your chance to win. Words with Listeners, brought to you by Pizza Time and Kansas State Bank.
When you have an emergency, who do you call? 911. What do you do if you're unable to speak during your emergency? You text to 911. Franklin County Emergency Communications Center has recently added text to 911 technology as part of the new 911 phone system. Cell phone users can use their phone messaging system to text 911 to contact local dispatch. Phones must have a text or data plan in order to use this service, and phones in roaming mode, text apps, or apps messaging services cannot use this feature. It is important to note, dispatch is unable to determine your location while using this service, so always know your location and include that in your initial text. Remember, if you're able to place a voice call, we're able to help you more quickly. But in the event you are unable to speak, text to 911 will still allow us to get the information we need. Call if you can, text if you can't. For more information, go to kansas911.org or 911.gov. This message has been brought to you by the Franklin County Emergency Communications Center and KOFO.
Lady Braves come up just short, 3-0 to Avila University. And Game 11 of the KCAC tournament. Ottawa started off their run back on Thursday, which seems like ages ago, as the team was actually up here on Wednesday when the tournament was supposed to begin. And they played on Thursday at Barton County Community College. That was a change of venue due to the weather. Ottawa able to win in 8 innings over Tabor College. Win that one 2-1, and then they took on Avila yesterday. Each team in the tournament only played one game yesterday, and Ottawa came up short in that one on a walk-off, 7-6. They got to extra innings in that one. To force extra innings, Lindsey Loomis had an RBI single. Today, Ottawa knew what was in front of them, and they were able to clear 2 hurdles. It started with a 5-3 win over Kansas Weston, and then Ottawa able to score 2 runs in the 7th inning against McPherson to hold off the Bulldogs and send the number 2 seed home. And then they had to face Avila, all 3 of these games coming right after the other. And Avila and their freshman, Michaela Aiken, just a little too much for Ottawa as they fall 3-0. But again, Ottawa running their way through the losers bracket and come up just 1 game short of the championship series where they would have met Friends University. As we wait for head coach Jay Candy, he told me to give him about 10 minutes before he comes over here. Wanted to say a few things before we wrap up our coverage of the KCAC tournament. Looking at final numbers here, Avila finishes with 3 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. Ottawa, no runs, 4 hits, 1 error, 6 left on base. Final numbers pitching, Kylie Saunders, 7 innings pitched, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 102 pitches. She does that after pitching the 2:30 game where she went all 7 innings, so 14 innings for her today, well over 200-plus pitches to give Ottawa a chance. Michaela Aiken for Avila gets the win, 7 innings, 4 hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, 97 pitches. And Avila moves on where they will have to beat Friends University tomorrow afternoon twice. Looks like the first game of that series was scheduled for 3 o'clock originally, not sure what it is now. But Avila will have to beat the Falcons twice. That was the loss that Avila had earlier today. As we will take a break here, and hopefully when we come back, we'll have head coach Jay Cant with us. You're listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
The year was 1949. Harry Truman was in the White House.
I accept with humility the honor which the American people have conferred upon me for the welfare of this nation and for the peace of the world.
The Yankees won the World Series.
With 2 on and 2 out, it's up to Hodges. He fans. The game and the World Series are over. The delirious Yankees winning 4-1 pounce on lefty Joe Page. And sportsmen across the nation salute manager Casey Stengel and his courageous New York Yankees for the 12th time champions of the world.
Vaughn Monroe was on top of the charts.
Ghost riders in the sky.
And KOFO was on the air. We thank you for listening.
70 years of news, weather, sports, and the best country all day long. 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO.
KOFO and State Farm agent Ryan Disbro are at it again, sending you to the K to see the Kansas City Royals this season. To win tickets, register at Ryan's State Farm office at 504 Redbud Avenue in Garnett, and you could be there to see the Royals host the Phillies on May 11th. We'll announce the winner on May 9th during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
Yarborough works from the stretch, and the lefty deals, and he bunts it to the right side. Pitcher has it. His only play will be to first, but nobody's home, and everybody's safe, and the Royals lead is 3-1.
Register now to see the Kansas City Royals from State Farm agent Ryan Disbro and KOFO.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. The Army National Guard responds to disasters such as wildfires and floods. They protect us with missile defense, cybersecurity, and civilian support teams for chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. Be there for your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Kansas Army National Guard. Aired by the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Welcome back as we wait for head coach Jay Cant to join us. Want to make sure we mention the all-conference performances that were announced yesterday evening as Ottawa able to play 7 players on the all-conference team. First team, the catcher, Elena Cott-Lori. Second team at third base, Alexa Romero. Second team pitcher, Brandy Kaler. Second team outfielder, Sammy Bates. Honorable mention, shortstop, Allison Carney. Also a KCAC Gold Glove. Honorable mention, outfielder, Corey Lacey. And honorable mention, outfielder, Tommy Lynn Hickman. Also want to make mention of the seniors that are on this roster for the 2019 season. And we will start with Shelby Harvey, number 18, a pitcher, 5'3", out of Prairie Village, Kansas. She was followed by number 25, Elena Cott-Lori, senior catcher from Topeka. Other seniors on the roster, Alexa Romero, number 28, a senior infielder from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. As we get head coach Jay Cant on here real quick. And the final senior on the roster, Savannah Holland, a 5'6" outfielder from Anchorage, Alaska. And, Coach, what a day.
Man, I tell you what, man, I couldn't be prouder of our players right now and what they've done. And, we have absolutely nothing to hang our heads about. We played our tails off all day. And every pitch was your season on the line. And we battled to the last ditch. So, as a coach, that's all I can ask for, and so proud of them.
Well, and you put your freshman on the mound again for the second time today, and Kylie Saunders, who pitched 14 innings for you total, over 260 pitches on the day, and gave you a chance at the end of the day. Gave up 2 runs early on, but after that, just 1 run the rest of the way.
I tell you what, she hasn't done that, since her travel ball days, and to do that on this stage, and 2 stressful games, elimination games, and what she did versus Avila was more than what we could have asked for, probably more than what we expected. She was, even those first 2 runs, it's a CNI double down the first base line that was, 2 inches away from being fouled, and she was outstanding in this game, and unfortunately we just couldn't score for her.
You look at one of the things I was running through was the seniors on this roster, and they have to have a special place in your heart because of the run in 2017 when they were just bright-eyed sophomores at that time for you. But the impact they've had on the program and these transfers as well with Alexa Romero and some of the others as well. So what would you say about them after tonight?
3 of them were big parts of our run in 2017. Savannah Holland was our DP during the whole national tournament run, and they came up with some huge hits for us. Shelby actually pinch hit a few times for us in that run. Alexa Romero was big time and came up with some clutch hits. But Elena Cott-Lori, I told her this out there, senior. She's gonna go down as one of the best we've ever coached here. All-time hits leader, all-time RBI leader. I believe she's second on the home run list, and 4-year starter, 3-year our first team all conference. An integral part hitting the 4 holes in that team that went to 17. So, as much as this hurts tonight, man, when she looks back at this, at her run here, it should be nothing but smiles for her.
Coach, a rivalry for this program over the years has been Friends University. This year, Avila comes in. You have 2 emotional games at home. You play them twice here, both close games, emotional. Going forward, this seems like this is going to be a year-to-year thing with them.
I hope so. I mean, that's what makes college sports great, is when you can have some rivalries. And you know, we had a great rivalry of friends, but, you know, with our coach moving over to McPherson, we lost a little bit of his luster. So maybe we can pick that up with that. I mean, like you said, 4 games that were just down to the wire, and where every pitch was important. So, I mean, you know, tip your hat to them. They were just that much better than us. Not much during those 4 games, you know. But, you know, I'm just so proud of my team right now.
When you look at this tournament performance, you come in here as the 4 seed, having to play the number 1 seed twice, the number 2 seed once, the KCAC champions, and a Kansas Wesleyan team that have been streaking going into the tournament. The performance that your team had has to have you excited going forward to next year.
Well, I mean, you know, it does. I mean, we really had 2 seniors, Alexa Romero and Elena Conloy, that you know, really were playing a ton down the stretch for us. You know, we threw 2 freshmen pretty much all weekend, and got our great reliever back in Jordan Sage. And, you know, we returned, you know, almost everybody else. So, you know, we understand that tonight hurts, but, you know, when we wake up in the morning, you know, unfortunately, in the world of sports, you start looking for next year. And yeah, I mean, it does make, you know, put a little more of a smile on your face, and knowing that, you know, we got a chance to be pretty good again next year.
Well, Coach, I want to thank you for joining us after every game during this tournament and then also during the regular season. I know me and Matt Kincaid both enjoyed talking with you. Go down tonight, but great season overall as you win 25-plus games again and have a lot of great things coming on in the future. Some good recruits that have signed for 2019 and then 2020 recruits as well already looking down the line.
So now, you know, I just want to thank, you know, yourself and Matt Kincaid and Kofo, you know, coming out here and covering us throughout the season, especially at this conference tournament. You know, it's a great thing for our players to be, you know that they're on, you know, being broadcast back home to friends and family and those kind of things. So we really appreciate everything you guys do for not just us, but for the whole school in general.
Well, Coach, thanks so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We will talk to you later. Head coach Jay Kent after his team's 3-0 loss to Avila. We will take one really quick timeout, and when we come back, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to Lady Braves Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
KOFO is your home for Kansas City Royals baseball in East Central Kansas. Whether it's at the K or away, you can hear all the action in 2019 on 103.7 FM and 1220. Brought to you by our title sponsor, State Farm Insurance Agent Ryan Disbro in Garnett, and our mini game sponsors who make the broadcast possible. We encourage you to visit these fine merchants who know what it means to be always royal. Your sports source and home of the Kansas City Royals in East Central Kansas is KOFO. The year was 1949. Harry Truman was in the White House. The Yankees won the World Series. Vaughn Monroe was on top of the charts.
Ghost riders in the sky.
And KOFO was on the air.
KOFO, Ottawa.
We thank you for listening.
70 years of information and entertainment. KOFO.
Lady Braves come up short 3-0, but 3 games played today by the Lady Braves. Get a win in Game 1 against Kansas Wesleyan 5-3, and then a win over the number 2 seed McPherson College 5-4 as Brandy Kaler with 158 pitches in that one. And then Game 3, Avila scores 2 in the first, and Ottawa was unable to come back after that as they fall 3-0 to the Eagles. They end their season with a record of 27-20 overall. Avila improves to 29-15. And head on to take on Friends University in the championship series, where they will have to beat the Falcons twice tomorrow. I want to thank Larson Johnson back in the station. He's been with me since 2:30 in the afternoon today. And for everyone for listening all week, it's been a lot of fun. And look forward to next year and going forward for both Ottawa University baseball and softball. There's a lot of exciting things going on within both programs, and we look forward to being there for all of it. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. You've been listening to Ottawa University Lady Braves Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO.
We hope you enjoy this OU Lady Braves softball broadcast from the KCAC tournament in Great Bend. Brought to you by Sutton's Jewelry, Quality Structures Incorporated, Advent Health Ottawa, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Ottawa University, and by Kramer Pharmacy, Kansas State Bank, Cosentino's Price Chopper. This Lady Braves softball broadcast is also brought to you by the Ottawa Recreation Commission, Adamson Brothers, Dingle & Son Mortuary, CarStar, C.S. Cunningham Construction, and by the Ottawa Herald and the City of Ottawa. This has been an exclusive presentation from your sports source for East Central Kansas, KOFO.
Your source for information